In this exercise, you'll be giving compassion and interested curiosity, if possible, to a part of you that doubts and questions whether you are fundamentally okay the way you are. And this may seem like an odd turnaround, that we're going to have you give compassion to the very part of you that's undermining your sense of self-worth. But that's the whole point. That turnaround is what will release the whole system. And the place that doubts whether you're okay is exactly the spot where compassion is needed. Okay? So be sitting down, probably, or standing comfortably. Not a good idea to be driving a car while doing this exercise. If you're sitting down, you may want to close your eyes, or you don't have to. And inviting you to become aware of your body more and more. Feeling your body's contact with what you're sitting on. Feeling your body's contact with what supports you. So that might be your feet, becoming aware of what your feet are touching. And it might be the other places where your body's in contact with what you're sitting on. You're simply bringing awareness to the sensations of that contact, probably on the underside of your legs and your buttocks and your back, maybe your elbows. It's a great way to come into your body very simply, without getting lost in thoughts and questions. Just finding that sensation of contact. And being aware that you can allow yourself to rest into the support that's there. And bringing awareness to your breathing. And then also becoming aware in the inner area of your body that includes your throat, your chest, your stomach, your belly. Just arriving within yourself. So we're going to do something that will probably result in the part of you that doubts showing up. What I'd like you to do is say in a confident voice, I am okay, just as I am. Now, the purpose of saying that is twofold. It would be nice if that felt true. I am okay just the way I am. If it feels true, to the extent that it feels true, I invite you to enjoy it. And the other thing that probably happens is that this arouses the doubter. And something in you that questions or doubts whether it's true that you're okay the way you are comes up. Okay, and that's great, because that's just what we hoped would happen. We wanted to get to know that part of you, and now it has come. So let's do it one more time, and this time we'll go forward from here. I am okay, just as I am. And you become aware of something in you that reacts to that. It might react in thoughts like, no, I'm not, or no, you're not. It might react with emotions like a feeling of something angry with you or a feeling of shame. And it might react with body sensations like some kind of clenching or tightness. And however it comes, I invite you to say hello to it. And that sounds like this. I'm saying hello to something in me that didn't like it when I said, I'm okay, just the way I am. And you can change those words to fit your situation better. But some kind of saying hello to what came, to what we call the doubter or the questioner or the one that doesn't like when you say you're okay as you are. See what happens when you say hello to it. And I'd like you to add, hello, seems like you might be worried about something. Very good. So you probably are sensing, in addition to any other emotion that part of you might be feeling, that there's something that worries it or concerns it when you say, I am okay just as I am. Right? We may not know what that is yet, but probably we can feel it doesn't like it because it worries. There's something it's worried about. Good. Okay, now, just pausing to take that much in. And now, still connected with the part that didn't like it when you said you were okay, the doubting part, we're now calling it the part that's worried. What is it worried will happen if you confidently believe you are okay? So, just sensing that place in you, the one that came up, the one that is worried, sensing, taking some time to sense into what it's worried will happen if you believe you are okay the way you are. And there might be several answers. There might be a first answer. You might sense there's even more than that. Stay with it a while. See if you can be empathic and curious about what it's worried about. If you believe and say that you are okay the way you are. Good. Now there's a next step. So let it know you hear it, right? Whatever it let you know. And it might have let you know with images, pictures, thoughts, feelings, and so it won't necessarily talk to you, but it might. But you got to know something more about what it was worried would happen if you believe you're okay and you say you're okay. And then you let it know you got it, you heard it. Now let's go one step deeper and invite it to let you know what it's worried will happen if that happens. And what I mean by that is, if it already told you that it was worried that you would not make any effort to change if you believe you're okay, then invite it to let you know what it's worried will happen if you make no effort to change. Or if it's worried that other people will think you're arrogant if you believe you're okay the way you are, then invite it to let you know what it's worried will happen if other people believe you are arrogant. Okay, so whatever came in response to your first query, now we're going deeper by inviting the sense of what this part of you doesn't want to have happen, if that happens. And this may take longer because we're going to a deeper level. We're going to a level where the answer may not be readily formed. But you can probably feel that there is something more there. And as you bring your curiosity to that part of you, you know there's something deeper that it's even more worried about that would happen. Just waiting with an openness and a curiosity to get to know what that is that it's worried about on an even deeper level. Taking your time. Okay. If you're connected with it and you feel you need more time, you could stop the recording and start it again when you're ready to go on. So the next stage is to sense what this part of you, the same one you are being with, what it feels it's protecting you from. And you probably already have a sense of that from what has come already. But let's really engage with the possibility that it is trying to protect you. At least from its own point of view, it believes that by not allowing you to say or believe you're okay the way you are, it's actually protecting you from something. So, connecting with it, sensing how it's doing now, it may have softened a bit just from the listening you've already been doing. And now invite it to let you know what it's protecting you from, what it feels it's protecting you from. Good, and whatever comes in response to that, let it know you hear it. Oh, that's what you feel you're protecting me from. Ah, I hear that. Okay, and check if it feels you're hearing it, or if there's something more from its point of view that it wants you to get. And we're going to go one more step down into the deeper levels of this process. Staying connected with this part that you've been getting to know better, even though it's already probably softened somewhat. See if you have a sense of what it's been trying to protect you from having to feel, right? What feeling it's been trying to protect you from. Might that be a feeling of despair, hopelessness, shame, humiliation, embarrassment? Whatever it is, pausing and inviting it to show you or let you know what feeling it's been trying to keep from you. It's been trying to protect you from. Wonderful. And whatever comes, let it know you hear. Oh, that's what you've been trying to help me not to feel. That's the feeling you've been trying to protect me from. Uh-huh. One more step now, because possibly this part of you that started out seeming like just a harsh doubter has softened so much that it might be willing to let you know what it wants for you to be able to feel, right? There's negative feelings that it is trying to prevent you from having to feel. Maybe it will let you know now what feelings it wants you to be able to feel. What positive, enjoyable, life-enhancing feelings it wants you to be able to feel. It might be a sense of safety, warmth, love, connectedness. Whatever it is, can't predict. It will come when you invite what feeling it wants you to be able to feel. And if it hasn't happened already, that you're feeling that enjoyable feeling in your body, you might invite your body to show you what that feels like. Positive, enjoyable feeling, the forward, life-enhancing feeling that this part wants for you, how that feels in your body right now. Most of the time, if we've followed every step, this will be a very nourishing, resourcing feeling. And it's very worthwhile then to just enjoy it and let it be here as fully as it wants to be. Now, if you're not there, if some of the steps in the exercise would have taken longer or didn't work for you, that's totally okay. It just means that those steps needed longer. So perhaps you'll repeat the exercise and be sure to stop the recording at the steps in which you need longer. Okay, good. So, if you are feeling an enjoyable feeling now in your body, and I hope you are, you might invite it to keep going. You might pause and find a symbol or a metaphor that captures the feeling of the positive that you're feeling there. Like a starry sky, like a warm summer's day, something like that. And know that this belongs to you. You have it now. And this exercise can be repeated as often as needed when doubters arise that you are okay the way you are. Great, so thank your body. Let your awareness expand to include the room around you. You may want to look around and stretch. Very good.